The 2016 Lamborghini Centenario. Sometime in the 1960s, a successful tractor builder in northern Italy bought a Ferrari 250 GT. Unfortunately, he didn't think much of it. So, he brought his complaints directly to Enzo Ferrari, who responded by telling him he should stick to building tractors. After the rude dismissal, Ferruccio Lamborghini decided he could do better and started his own car company. 2016 is the year of Ferruccio's 100th birthday, so to mark the milestone, Lamborghini built a limited production supercar as a tribute to the company's founder. The Centenario was reportedly shown to prospective buyers as a 3D hologram model during the 2015 Monterey Car Week and has now officially made its debut at the Geneva Auto Show. Only 20 units in coupe form and 20 units in roadster form will be built, with all 40 units already spoken for prior to its debut. Stefan Winkelmann, president and CEO of Lamborghini, said, "The Centenario is a car that perfectly combines tradition and innovation. It looks to the future while honoring the legend that is Ferruccio Lamborghini. The Centenario is an opportunity for our designers and engineers to transcend some of the constraints of series car production to achieve an incomparable result. The Centenario has immediately proved itself as a desirable collector's car, while demonstrating new Lamborghini technologies and outstanding performance. It is the most fitting tribute to Ferruccio Lamborghini in his centenary year, a man who created an exceptional brand, believed that anything was possible, and produced extraordinary, iconic cars. The Centenario is a super sports car for Ferruccio Lamborghini and the future he and we believe in today." So, with that said, let's dive on in and take a look at Lamborghini's new Centenario and see if we can discover why, outside of its limited production run, it was able to sell out so quickly. Updated May 16, 2016, Lamborghini dropped a new video with behind-the-scenes footage of the official Perfection Forged promo. Hit play to watch it. Continue reading to learn more about the Lamborghini Centenario LP 770-4. Exterior. In comparison to our original rendering of what we thought the Centenario would look like, the car is certainly much more aggressive than we expected. The front end is vaguely reminiscent of the Lamborghini Veneno but more refined in some areas. Up front, there is that huge, yellow front splitter and the vents in the front fascia. These vents are actually functional and channel air over the front axle to create downforce at higher speeds. The front hood and headlights resemble those of the Aventador, but the hood is more aggressive with that large, raised area in the middle, and the headlights are stretched farther toward to the middle of the fascia. The front hood and headlights resemble those of the Aventador, but the hood is more aggressive with that large, raised area in the middle. To the sides, the yellow side skirts provide for more dominate aerodynamics. I specifically like the way they extend away from the body a bit, with those race-inspired fins in the front and rear. Above the side skirts, we see normal Lamborghini design cues, but more pronounced than ever. Those large air intakes and the sharp body lines on the door give the car a sculpted look. As we move farther back, the rear wheel arches are almost integrated into the rear end, and extend outward from the body, providing a unique overhang over each of the rear wheels. The yellow stripe along the top of the door, with the help of the yellow body kit, helps to set off the full carbon fiber body. Moving to the rear, I don't know what I noticed first, that muscular rear decklid, or that insane rear diffuser. The rear decklid has functional vents that also help on the aerodynamic front, and just behind that is an extendable wing that functions at higher speeds to help keep this baby firmly planted on the road. That wind, depending on which driving mode is chosen, can extend outward by up to 150 mm and rotates up to 15 degrees. That rear diffuser literally dominates the rear and optimizes airflow distribution with those large fins. A triple exhaust outlet sits in the middle of the diffuser, and the arrow-shaped taillights almost seem to be floating above the upper fins and stretch across the full width of the rear end. The aerodynamic qualities are extreme. It's no wonder this car sold out long before its debut. The aerodynamic qualities are extreme, the car is stylish, and I love the way the yellow is used to offset the carbon fiber body. Overall, the styling is extreme, and that rear end is pretty aggressive, but it is stylish. It is one of those cars that you stop to look at when you walk by, not because you've never seen it before, but because the design is just so intense that you have to stop and take it all in for a minute. There is a lot going on with the body, and for this car that is a good thing. It pays a good tribute to the man who created the brand. Interior. If you thought the exterior was wild, just wait until you get a look at the interior. The interior of each unit will be finished to each customer's specification, but there are lots of standard features here. The sport seats are made of carbon fiber, and as shown in these images, wrapped in Alcantara. Alcantara also covers the entire dashboard, most of the carbon fiber door trim panels, roof, pillars, and the steering wheel. All that Alcantara is held together by yellow stitching, which is a nice way to link the interior to the exterior. Where you don't see Alcantara, you see carbon fiber, including the center console and steering wheel spokes. Where you don't see Alcantara, you see carbon fiber, including the center console and steering wheel spokes. Speaking of the steering wheel, I expected to see flat-bottom steering wheel with multiple controls on it. The instrument cluster is a full digital display with a tach extended over the top of the display with the selected gears shown just below, right in the middle. There are two vertical gauges on each side of the tach to provide information regarding fuel, engine temperature, and the like. Looking at the center console makes me think about some futuristic spaceship. There is that large, 10.1-inch touchscreen with 7 control switches mounted below it, and even more controls positioned further back in the console. According to Lambo, the infotainment system connects the Centenario drive to both the car and the outside world. It is capable of internet browsing, sending email, using social media, and making use of various web radio apps. Apple CarPlay is included and allows full iPhone integration with the car. The infotainment system is also able to record telemetry. Speed, track times, and G-forces can all be recorded and compared between different trips to the track and different drivers. As an option, purchasers were able to specify interior cameras to record driver and passenger experience while driving. As far as the electronics inside go, I love the way black, blue, and red were chosen as the primary working colors for the instrument cluster and infotainment system. It is purely futuristic and gorgeous to look at. Drivetrain. Note, Aventador SV engine bay shown. The Centenario can hit the 62 mph sprint in just 2.8 seconds and the 186 mph benchmark in 23.5 seconds. As expected, the Centenario is powered by Lambo's naturally aspirated V12 engine that has been upgraded to proven output of 770 horsepower. The engine speed limiter has also been raised to 8,600 revolutions per minute. This is the most powerful engine from Lambo so far, and it should scream when it gets close to that 8,600 revolutions per minute redline. Lamborghini didn't specify actual torque output of the engine. Power is sent to all four wheels via Lambo's independent shifting rod gearbox. The Centenario can hit the 62 mph sprint in just 2.8 seconds and the 186 mph benchmark in 23.5 seconds. Top speed is said to be more than 217 mph. In addition to the permanent all-wheel drive system, the Centenario also has rear-wheel steering. At lower speeds, the rear wheels turn opposite of the rear, creating a virtual reduction of the wheelbase and increasing turning agility. At higher speeds, the wheels turn in the same direction, creating a virtual increase of the wheelbase. Lamborghini didn't give us too much information outside of what we've already covered, but we know the Centenario has 3 different driving modes, all 3 of which change the way the engine, transmission, and rear-wheel steering responds. Needless to say, this baby should be quite fun on the road or the track. Prices. All 20 coupes and all 20 roadsters have already been spoken for and will be delivered between fall of 2016 and the end of 2017. Starting price for each unit was $1.9 million before options, tax, and delivery. For comparison purposes, the Veneno Roadster went for $4.5 million, so the price tag of the Centenario doesn't seem all that bad. Competition. Ferrari F12 TDF. The F12 TDF was based on the F12 Berlinetta, but was more powerful and created as a tribute to the Tour de France automobile race. Like the Centenario, the F12 TDF is a limited production vehicle, but at 799 units, it is nowhere near as limited. The F12 TDF was also priced quite cheaper than the Centenario at just over $330,000, but on paper, the two cars promise to show strong competition if they ever go head-to-head. The F12 TDF has a 6.3-liter V12 that produces 769 horsepower and 519 pound-feet of torque. That's just one pony less than the Centenario. The F12 TDF can hit the 60 mph sprint in 2.9 seconds with an estimated top speed of 211 mph. As of November 25, 2015, the F12 TDF had already sold out, so don't expect to get your hands on one of these anytime in the near future. Read our full review on the Ferrari F12 TDF here. Conclusion. I have to say that I haven't been a fan of some of Lambo's recent special edition and concept cars, but I actually like the Centenario. It's aggressive and sleek, and it should be given the V12 as the most powerful Lambo has made to date. I still think this is one of those "look at me" type of cars, but when you really think about it, that's what a limited run model is supposed to do. If I had the money and the chance to buy one, I probably would. If not for the exterior design, certainly for the interior. That cabin looks comfortable and fun to sit in, plus I'm sure this car is an absolute blast to drive. Too bad I'll probably never have the opportunity. Love it. A more affordable special edition Lamborghini, a tribute to one of the world's great car engineers and entrepreneurs, an instant collector's item. Leave it affordable if you consider almost $2 million affordable. Updated history. Updated 3 March 2016, we added a series of new images taken during the car's official presentation at the 2016 Geneva Motor Show. Click the Pictures tab to check them out. Updated 3 December 2015, in a recent interview with British magazine Auto Express, Lamborghini CEO Stefan Winkelmann confirmed that its new Centenario supercar will be unveiled in March 2016 at the Geneva Motor Show. It will be built in only 20 units and will feature a completely different design from both Huracan and Aventador. Rendering.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.